Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WWE Braun here, and welcome back to another juicy episode of WWE News and Rumors. I have the King of Vlog style shirt on today, available in the Braun merchandise store. But enough promoting, guys. We have a lot of juicy news and rumors to talk about today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. The first news story is about the WWE Headquarters. So hopefully we all know the WWE Headquarters. I know that they did like a lot of funny stuff there in the past. If you guys ever checked this out, I just literally saw this the other day, so I thought I would mention it. Like the Stone Cold Steve Austin, when Stone Cold Steve Austin just took over the WWE Headquarters. Anyway, my point is, there's a lot of good memories inside of that building in Stamford, but they're actually moving. They are no longer going to be inside of that building. Now, this is not like fresh news. This is not news, right? They announced this in 2019, but, you know, the pandemic hit and things got delayed and they were not able to move in 2020. Fast forwarding now to 2021, the pandemic is still among us, but I guess things are to a point where they're considering moving now. So they're slowly moving things over. I don't know if they're going to be completely moved this year. But they're leasing the new building, I guess. I think WWE, I may be wrong on this, I thought they owned Titan Towers because they've been there for so long. But apparently this new building they're actually leasing, like they're paying rent at the place, so they do not own it. But it is a very large building. I believe it's even bigger than Titan Towers. It looks like this. It is another building in Stamford, Connecticut. It's actually only 2 miles from the old building. So that is going to be the new WWE headquarters going forward. I don't know when they're going to be completed on the move. Probably sometime in 2021. But we'll just have to wait and see. But ladies and gentlemen, WWE are officially moving their headquarters. Okay, the next news story. The next news story is about Velveteen Dream, right? I don't really keep up with the whole thing. I honestly have not had time to watch NXT in years, and that's just me being completely honest. I kind of just a main roster kind of guy. I don't want to say I've never watched NXT in the past few years, because I have watched it, but I haven't really been keeping up with it. Like, I watch it when I have time. In the past year, I've maybe seen 2 or 3 episodes of it, just to do with my schedule, my very, very busy schedule. Velveteen Dream is someone who's really came up in NXT and things like that. Like, I'm familiar with the people, that's what I'm trying to say. But basically, a lot of things have came out about Velveteen Dream and the whole speaking out movement, and he's been accused of, talking to underage people inappropriately and things like that. So those are all kind of just things that have came out. I mean, there's proof and everything like that. And a lot of people have been, like, basically begging WWE to do something about it, to fire the guy, to prosecute the guy, do something. And WWE haven't done nothing. They've kind of taken him off TV and kind of let things cool down, but things haven't cooled down at all. So the update with this comes from Triple H. He was just asked about it this week in the press conference. He was asked, what's the update on Velveteen Dream? And Triple H basically said, there's nothing to add about Velveteen Dream. We can go through it 1,000,000 times. There's nothing new to add. He's still signed with us. He is currently had some physical issues, but he's training, he's doing good now, and he is still signed with the company. Is basically what Triple H says. Triple H said, we can talk about it 1,000,000 times, but there's nothing really factual that causes us to do anything like fire him or anything like that. So that's Triple H coming directly from, the whatever his freaking title is, CEO of the WWE or whatever. It's coming directly from Triple H. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next news story. The next news story is quite scary. So this one is about Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman, of course, made his miraculous return inside the Royal Rumble match. I forget what it was. It was like his elbow or something like that, I think. But he was out for a few months. He actually returned to the Royal Rumble match. But now, fast forward, it's only been a few weeks since the Royal Rumble, and he's injured again, kind of. So he's had some kind of infection, that somehow the infection got into his blood, which sounds quite terrifying. And Braun, and this is coming directly from the source. Braun Strowman posted this himself, and he basically said it went into his bloodstream. He lost like 15 pounds in 5 days, but he's feeling better. He's working towards a return, and so just like literally a few weeks after his miraculous return, he gets, like, I don't want to say injured, but he gets this weird infection in his bloodstream, and apparently he's feeling better now, so the best of luck in this crazy thing to Braun Strowman. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so those are the actually only confirmed news stories I had to talk to you guys about today, unfortunately. But don't you dare go anywhere, because things are about to get good. Things are about to get juicy, and I must go ahead and advise you guys, go ahead and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. Okay, the first rumor has been kind of debunked in a way. So the first rumor is about like all these like pop stars and rappers and celebrities and everyone like popping up in WWE just kind of doing things. So Bad Bunny is the current one. He wasn't the first one, and he certainly won't be the last. WWE have been doing special appearances at large pay-per-views like WrestleMania since forever. Ever since like WrestleMania 1, like they've been doing these celebrity appearances, so it's nothing new. But apparently it's been rubbing some people backstage the wrong way, some wrestlers backstage. feel like they're putting so much focus on like these pop stars and rappers and people like that it's going to take attention away from the actual wrestling and the product is going to suffer or whatever. That was a rumor. Apparently it's been debunked, and so some backstage source said no, most people love the guy. They have no. And this isn't really about Bad Bunny or one individual, but he said no, most people don't have an issue with backstage because it's more exposure for the wrestling business and it's going to bring more eyeballs to the wrestling business. I agree with that statement, but of course, you're always going to have like one or two people backstage who do feel like that, who do feel like it's taking attention away from the wrestlers. But, it may be taking attention away from the wrestlers in a way, but at the same time, it's bringing in new eyeballs, so I guess it is helping more on the positive side, overall. All right, the next rumor is about the WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So the Elimination Chamber is the next WWE pay-per-view, as we all know, or as we all should know. So far, they've announced some chamber matches. There's going to be 2 men matches for the current, that's the current plan, is to have 2 men chamber matches, because, the Elimination Chamber is not just a pay-per-view name, it's also a match type. So the Elimination Chamber, there's going to be 2 men's matches. Apparently this year they do not have a women's chamber match planned. Now that could change, they could add something, they could change their mind or whatever like that, but currently the current plan for Elimination Chamber, at least for the chamber matches, there's going to be 2 men chamber matches and no women's ones, at least right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next rumor is actually about Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley was in the Royal Rumble, and that was supposed to be her kind of like call-up thing. She's supposed to be staying on the main roster. She's not going back to NXT or anything like that. So the question remains, where the hell is she? What's she doing? What brand is she going on? And all the kinds of things like that, and actually have another thing to add to this. So apparently, in the past, week, I've heard constantly over and over and over and over, the current plan is to put Rhea Ripley on SmackDown, to draft her to SmackDown. And then this thing came out today saying Rhea Ripley has a brand new look. They're changing up Rhea Ripley's look. Kind of. I mean, it's not that big of a drastic change or anything like that. To me, it just looks like her hair is different and she's wearing a different outfit. So it's not really that big of a difference. I mean, her hair is a little bit different. I guess she's smiling or whatever, so that's a different facial expression. But it's not like a crazy drastic change to her look or anything like that. Personally, I don't mind it. I mean, it looks fine. Yeah, so Rhea Ripley, the rumor is, and this is why it's kind of contradicting itself with the rumors here, is that she was supposed to be, drafted to SmackDown, right? And now it's saying that on Monday Night Raw, here in a few days, because today's like Thursday or whatever, it's just a few days away, the next episode of Monday Night Raw, on Monday Night Raw, she's going to be debuting with that new look. So I don't know. It's totally like up in the air right now what brand she's going to. She might change up her look slightly, but it's nothing too crazy to worry about. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about a women's wrestler, a diva, if you will, because that was the last time she was inside the WWE, was the Divas era. The next one, the person I'm talking about here is actually Miss Eva Marie. So Eva Marie is, I've got a lot of questions sent into the channel because I've reported for a while that Eva Marie was signed with the WWE. She was going to be in the Royal Rumble match. But as we all know, today's like February 11th, right? February 11th, I'm not making that up. Yeah, it's February 11th. And yeah, you guys know the Royal Rumble match has already passed. And Eva Marie was not included inside the match. So a lot of people are like, what in the hell, Brandon? What in the hell's going on? Okay, I just gotta say this. Rumors, they're all taken with a grain of salt. They all could be not true. That's just the thing with rumors. I don't report a rumor unless I see it on like 3 to 5 wrestling sites all around the internet. I search the whole internet, every wrestling site I can completely find, and we try to do things with sources and things like that. So hopefully most of it will be true that I'm reporting. But basically, the rumor was Eva Marie, and it was reported like going all around the internet, blowing up the internet, if you will. Last October that she actually re-signed with the WWE in September. She's been signed since September of 2020, but yet she isn't on TV. She's been spotted training inside the Performance Center by other wrestlers, so she's training, but yet she hasn't appeared on TV of any sort. She hasn't appeared in NXT, she hasn't appeared on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown. Wasn't in the Rumble match, so everyone's like, what the hell's going on with Eva Marie? Apparently she is still signed. Like, she signed a brand new contract with the WWE last September. Apparently she's still training in the Performance Center. So I have no idea when they'll actually put her on TV. I don't know if they're going to bring her straight up to the main roster or if they're going to throw her down in NXT. I don't know. But all I know right now is she is actually signed to the WWE, and she's training in the Performance Center quite often. So her return could be at any time, anywhere. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be WrestleMania, they're going to put it off till summertime, or I don't even know if they're going to do it in 2021. We don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see if anything new comes out about Eva Marie's training or anything like that. But currently, Eva Marie, there's no plans to put her on any show, but she's signed to the WWE and she is training quite often in the Performance Center. Alright, the next rumor. The next rumor is about a man of the name Carlito. So Carlito was a surprise entrant, a surprise return, if you will, in the Men's Royal Rumble match this past year. I popped really big because it was like rumored that Carlito was supposed to be, you know, at the Raw Reunion or whatever the heck that thing was called. I can remember. Raw Legends Night, was it? Raw Reunion? Whatever. They do so many specials, it's hard to keep up sometimes. But Carlito was advertised for that. They mistakenly advertised him, apparently, and he did not show up. I was very let down. I'm like, oh, he's not going to be here to spit the album in people's faces. And then I realized, oh, we're in a pandemic. I can't spit in people's faces, unfortunately. So Carlito was not, you know, at the Raw Legends Night. And then he popped up in the Royal Rumble. I was so excited. There's like a live reaction here on the channel of me reaction to that. I was so pumped, guys. Basically, Carlito, you know, returned to the Rumble. He was at Monday Night Raw the next night, and it looked like Carlito was going to stay around for a little while. And apparently, they were going to give him like a 3-week kind of trial with the WWE to see how he was doing. There was some talk of giving him like a backstage producer kind of deal. But hopefully, if he did do the backstage producer thing, he could be a wrestler as well. Like Daniel Bryan, I guess, is a backstage producer, but it's also a wrestler, so that's interesting. But apparently, this is Carlito. This is coming directly from Carlito because he did an interview. He was asked, "What's the update, Carlito, on you being in the WWE? Would you like to be back? What's the deal?" He's like, "Well, I would like to be back. It's always been my dream to come back to the WWE and wrestle again and wrestle full time and all this stuff like that." So that's what Carlito said. He wants to be full time. He wants to wrestle. He wants to do that stuff for the WWE, but at this point, it's just completely up to WWE to offer the guy a contract to come back, because they give him a little trial, but he doesn't have a contract, so he's kind of just waiting on a contract. Hopefully they sign him. I really hope they do, and I really hope once this whole pandemic is over and everything is safe again, he can get right back to spitting his apples. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get your tissues out, your tissues ready, because this is the saddest part of the video, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So let's get the WrestleMania logo up, because we're talking about WrestleMania right now. So this is about WrestleMania 37. WrestleMania 37 will be happening in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, which is the same venue as the Super Bowl this past year. If you guys are, you know, American and watch the Super Bowl, I know a lot of people who watch wrestling. You know, they don't keep up with American sports because American sports aren't relevant in their country, but they'll keep up with WWE because WWE isn't just like an American thing. It's a worldwide company, which is just crazy. So WWE in a way have more reach than like any other sport in the world, which is like very, very cool to think about. But basically, Super Bowl is like the biggest like sporting event in the entire, you know, country of the United States. And it would take place in Raymond James Stadium. And they actually had fans at Raymond James Stadium. They had 25,000 actual fans for the Super Bowl, which is why WWE, I guess, went ahead and decided to announce that they will have fans at WrestleMania as well. But the question remains, how do you get in? How do you go? Because tickets are not available. Tickets are not on sale yet. Apparently, WWE are supposed to be announcing tickets here pretty soon. This just came out today by a very good source inside the WWE saying that WWE actually had representatives at the Super Bowl studying how they did everything to make sure everything was safe. And WWE are going to try to mimic what they did for the Super Bowl. So hopefully the Super Bowl, like a few weeks after the Super Bowl, we'll know if there's been like a giant spike in, you know, cases or anything like that. And we can kind of figure out if WrestleMania is going to be safe. Now, there's a lot of like crazy things going on in the world right now. This is a United States government kind of thing, saying the White House is talking about putting a travel ban on Florida, where no one can go in or out of the state of Florida. I don't know how long that would last if they actually put that through, and who knows if it's even going to go through. But there's a lot of interesting things about WrestleMania with fans, if it's safe, if it's going to happen, tickets and all of that. But WWE apparently are coming up with a plan right now for WrestleMania tickets, and tickets will be available I guess in a week or two. I don't really know. It's really up in the air right now. They're putting the plan together right now, and we will just have to wait and see. So there you guys have it. That is actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thank you guys for watching this video. I am Brandon Hodge, your king of vlog style, and I will see you guys in the next video.